Alright, everyone, we're back doing some more streaming stuff. I'm just doing a little prep here before we get too started. Bum 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 bum. Cool. Alright. Yeah. Just doing some behind the scenes stuff real quick. Getting this all set up. Boom. Boom. Bum 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 bum. Wait, did I actually unmute myself this time? Ooh, let's check. I did. Okay, thank. I always forget whenever I mute my stream thing to unmute it at points. Oopsie. I can never, ever see what I'm looking for. Why can I never find this? I'm looking for something that's muted. Ah, there we go. Wait, is this where you put it? Okay, cool. Put it in all the relative places, as well as in my Discord real quick. Boom, boom. Not quite to the point where we have a regular schedule, but we're getting pretty close here. At least we're getting the right day. Had a late supper tonight, but we managed. All right. I can't think. Okay, cool. I think that's all for the Discords. I'll jump in voice chat like I usually do. And hello, welcome. All right, I think we can actually start here now that I've properly promoted myself in multiple locations. Alrighty, let me see. Do I need this up? Maybe we'll keep it up. Who knows? Okay. We'll see if we can't. I'm trying to adjust my windows so I can see the things I want to see. Oh, hey, there's a pop-out option for that too. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, cool. Oh, that's kind of nice. Someone followed me on Twitch 4 hours ago. Before I even streamed. That's crazy. Okay, I might... Yeah, I guess I'll keep that open. Alright, cool. Got this up. Oh, come back here, my window thing. Alrighty. Alright, yeah, let's get into this here. There we go. Alright, so last time we stopped with... Aha, right. Yeah, it is definitely interesting. I don't get, like, notifications on my phone for it, which I wonder if I maybe need to turn that on. Havoc streamed once and 4 followers. Dang. Wonder if it's like bots that do that, maybe. Like they just follow random accounts or something. I don't know. I don't know how that works. Right. Let's review last time what we did in stream. So where are we at here? Oh, okay, that's cool. So it's like Facebook where you just click add friend, even though you haven't maybe talked or whatever for a long time. What's here we go. All right, yeah. So last time we streamed, we were working on some nice quality of life chat output, basically, for seeing what's inside of a pedestal. Because before, what would happen is you would crouch right click a pedestal, and if you had fluids and energy in there, it would only show you energy, or whatever the last option was. Because I have a bunch of if statements here. And so what it was is if redstone, it would show redstone. If fluid, it would show fluid. But if it had both, it would only show fluid, which is not what we want. We want something that shows all the different, if you have energy, if you have experience, if you have dust, we want to see everything that the pedestal is currently stored. That's not an item. So maybe I should rework this too. But right-clicking on a pedestal gives you the item count output. And crouch right-clicking gives you fluids, energy, experience, dust, and whatever else. So that's how that's currently working, which, I mean, that's fine. But we stopped. Is there an array that has types that you can loop over or something? What I ended up doing, and this is, I was working with filters earlier, so we're going to get into this in just a wee bit. Let's hide this real quick. And let's get some dust. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's get rid of that and pull up one of these so that we can get some sucky. Alright, purple particles spawn when there's dust inside. The particles need reworked. We're going to have to get to that at some point. Because particles are supposed to display on the pedestal when it has stuff in it, but that's kind of broken right now for whatever reason. Oh, and I was playing another game earlier, so let's swap real quick to Minecraft profile stuff here. Cool. Right. What am I doing? What am I doing? I'm trying to... Oh, yeah, okay. Boom, boom. Boom. Okay. Let's go. There we go. Alright, so we have dust. Let's do... No, we don't want items. Let's do fluid and experience. So let's do this. It's going to drain some experience here. It's pretty slow, but that's okay. And then also fluid. I need a bucket real quick. Bucket of lava. Nice. I'm glad you've made a GitHub issue. Oh, hey, look. Blue and green particles. That's good. Fluids, experience, and dust. I just need to figure out how to move this particle there, and there instead of being either there or there. Alright, so yes. So now, visually, we technically have a visual representation of fluids, experience, and dust. But that's not super detailed, and if you right-click on it, if I throw a bucket... not what I want to do. Right, because bucket has a right-click action. Alright, we do stone. So if I right-click on it, we see stone, and how much. And actually, I got it to the point now where... Let's go get ourselves, what do they call, storage upgrades? Yeah, there we go. Throw one of those in there. Let's grab some more stone. Why is it not letting me? Oh, I wonder if that's... Wait, what? I've been reworking things, so I wonder if that's why it's not working, maybe. Huh. Alright, I'll have to look at that later. But anywho, if I right-click on it now, it shows the total amount of that item in there. If I take that out and instead put in, like, the crafting benches, it'll now show both. Now, granted, there is a comma after the crafting table, which is not ideal, but it'll have to do. I don't want to do a bunch of complicated code to get rid of it, basically, so it's whatever. Yeah, so there's at least that. But if we go in... I should have grabbed more storage upgrades when I did this. Let's put our storage upgrades in. Let's grab another stack of stuff. Maybe another stack of stuff. I think that's the max. Yeah, that's the max. Now if I do this, we'll see that it goes into our chat. So, actually, hold on here. Oh, wait, hold on. Why is this not working now? Uh-oh. What? What? The fudge? Why is that not working now? That's a bug. Let's just do a little typey type just to give it some room. But yeah, so it does print it out in chat if there's too many stacks. Weird. Why is that not... Alright, that's another bug I'll have to look into. Thought I had that working. Oh well. There's some things we'll have to look into. All right, things to note. But yeah, so that was the whole big thing, as well as let's do let's pull that out. Let's put that. Let's do items. Let's blacklist fluid and dust for now. Oops. Oh, it's already connected. That should just transfer the... Dust, item, fluid, energy. Ah, okay, we didn't blacklist that. Okay, cool. Oop, did that again. So fluids and dust are blacklisted, but not experience. And if I crash right click, what? Hold on. Oh, I know. Right, I'm reworking things. But anyways, that's what happens. So crouch right click gives you like experience, dust, fluids, and they'll be colored like that, which is kind of cool. But then if you have enough, dang it, my fluid went bye-bye. Okay, cool. But yeah, so if you do that, then yeah. So basically, it maxes at a number of 2 different types of things on the pop-up, and then anything more than that goes to chat. And this won't mess with anything that's like, this is client-side chat. This is not server-wide chat, so we don't have to worry about any of that chat reporting bullcrap that's going on right now. So cool. Okay. Nice. That works the way I think it should. Got that, and the items are not working, but we'll fix that later. And I think the items might not be working correctly because I'm reworking something with filters. Because I also off camera, we used to not have dust as an option on filters, and I've added it between yesterday. Basically, I added it. So now have dust as an option on filters. I don't think I've done actual. I don't think I've set it up properly where actually will restrict certain types of dust yet, but we're getting to that point where we might be able to. So that's what I've been working on kind of yesterday and today, is getting the filters working with dust. And it's been a long process. And then I've also thought I could rework how it works, which has turned into more work, but I suppose that's fine. So yes, let's go. Let me pull my lava out of here. Oh, the fuck? What? All right, that is probably a bug that I need to look at as well. Cool. Good thing we found that out now. Jeez. All right, no big deal. Oh, you're right. You're totally right. It is a band now. Awesome. Thanks for that. Pointing that out. Okay. Scared me, but yeah, you're right. It is really hard to tell on the white pedestal if there's a band or not. Let's, alright, because that's the same action. Let's do that. That way that's more noticeable now. Yeah, it's a lot more noticeable. Okay. I really should stop working with white pedestals. Shoot. I have all these other colors. Why don't I just use them, huh? Let's change that. Sure, why not? Alright. Boom, boom, boom. Let's blacklist dust, liquids, energy, and experience for now. Just have items. Okay. So currently with what's going on, we have... I guess I'll explain how this works. We have an item filter in here that has a crafting bench as well as a restriction filter, and the restriction filter has a single item in it, which means that it's going to be a restriction of one item is allowed in this pedestal. Yeah, so just one item is allowed in this pedestal. And it has to be a crafting bench because of the crafting bench that was in the filter. So if we select this on, and then we go into stone and try to give it stone. Actually, let's remove that. It is sending stuff, but it's not sending the stone. This is what we're testing right now. We're testing items. So, yes, it's technically sending the experience, I think. Oh, it's sending the dust. Oh, right, because, yeah, okay. Again, mainly looking at items here. It's not sending the stone because it can't, technically. It can only send crafting benches. So if we put a crafting bench in here, it will send a crafting bench, and it will only send one. Even though it's still sending dust, we'll see it's not sending any more crafting benches. If I take one out, you'll notice that another one is there. So, yep, got another crafting bench. So that's how the restriction filter inside of an item filter works, is it restricts the number of items that are allowed in the pedestal. You know what we should do? We should probably check how it interacts with multiple slots. So it appears that it's still working with multiple slots. Let's put the stone in here. And it appears that it's not allowing stone to go, which is good. What if I did put stone in here, though? Let's pull this out. Remake it. So it is crafting bench, stone, and restriction. So now it's restricting one, but is that one crafting bench, or is that one crafting bench and one stone? I don't know how this is going to work. It looks like it is a max restriction of one item total. Cool. Okay. So I would assume if I take this out and were to do... Well, actually, isn't that 2 items total in there? Or is that because it's a stack? If I put 2 here, I don't know if that's going to matter. All right, because no filter. So I put... Okay, I have 2 in there. Is it allowing 2? It's only allowing 1. Okay, what if I do that? I don't remember exactly how this filter works code-wise. Okay, so it checks the first stack, and that first stack is 2, so it's saying max of 2. Oh, okay. So I'll have to keep that in mind when we look at that filter then. Alright, cool. I might have to rework how filter inception works. Because I want to make it where you could theoretically insert multiple filters into a filter. That could be helpful for things that, like, you have a chest that you want items in, as well as maybe tagged items, as well as maybe like mod items or something. Like you want a mod, filter inception I think would be kind of nice. Bit unintuitive, it doesn't check the working stack, to be honest. That's a bit unintuitive, that it doesn't check the working stack. What do you mean it doesn't check the working stack? Oh, like both items? Yeah, that is a little off. And I don't think that's how that's supposed to work if I look at my code here. So let's close this up. Right, okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Let me look at the way upgrades work and how I'm refactoring them to work. Because right now, oh my god. Not upgrades, filters, excuse me. The way filters have worked up until earlier today is... yes, I use blinding mode. Okay, here we go. So, the way filters work currently... Actually, let's scroll down here to the fluids, for example. Actually, is fluids a good example? Not really. Let's uncomment this code for just a moment. Alright, so the old filtering code, and this is ridiculous why I'm doing it this way. Now that I've done a little refactoring this afternoon after I got off work, and realized that what I'm doing with how I'm handling filters and how I'm handling item transport is just retarded. No offense to people who actually are, but I'm doing it just a dumbass way. And how it works is I have a method that actually checks the account of what's allowed based on a filter. And then, this is so dumb. Item count to accept goes out and finds if the pedestal has if this pedestal, the one we're sending to, has a filter, and if it can accept items more than 0. Cool. Then I have this, which is set to true, which means this is always going to run unless this doesn't actually have a filter. So I set it to, I default filtering to true, but then I come back in and say, well, what if it doesn't actually have a filter? Actually, does this run? Because this checks if it has a filter. This is so dumb. Anyways, it's ridiculous how this works. So even if this, if this didn't have a filter, this would never run, and this would always run down here. I don't understand what I've done. So if I must have been like drinking when I coded this or something, because it makes no sense to me now looking at it again. So if the pedestal we're sending to has a filter, we basically grab that item, we get an instance of it, and then we check the filters method for if it can accept an item based on what the filter says. And then if it can or whatever, then that's true or false. So we set that to true or false. But if the pedestal doesn't have a filter, it still goes here because it's set to true. So this should have had like a false, like set false thing maybe here. Yeah, I don't know. I don't understand why I had this Boolean here, but it happened. And then basically this goes through and actually does some math to figure out. Oh, this is actually the send function. So yeah, this is a bunch of math to calculate out how many items we can actually send to this pedestal, which is a lot of work to do something that we don't really have to do it that way because... wait, what? Just delete that. I don't even care. Don't need it anymore. The reason why we don't need all that crap is because of this. Let's pull this down. We can, all pedestals in 119, have or give unfettered access to their capabilities outside of the one hidden item capability that takes care of all of our inserted things like our filters, our upgrades, our tools that we don't want automatically taken out because that could be problematic. If you put a hopper underneath and it pulls out your upgrade, kind of an issue. So yeah, I don't give access to that capability, but the regular item capability you can, which means you can use hoppers under a pedestal to pull items out if you need. In fact, in Enigmatica 6, this is how I did it in 116 because their compressed hoppers from PNC were a lot cheaper to make than the pedestal upgrades in that mod pack. So yeah, that's how I was doing it in that pack. Still wanting to use pedestals for item transport, but not able to use my upgrades. Until way later, that pack gated upgrades. Super late, which is unfortunate, but I'm hoping I can resolve that issue in 119. Anywho, we grab the capability of the pedestal we're sending to, because it exists. Then we can actually check is the item valid method. So we can actually validate if it can actually accept the item. Instead of running a bunch of code to figure out if we can, it's a one-liner. It already exists. No code necessary to do this. Then, from there, I can then try to insert a stack simulation. So insert simulation here. This add item stack literally just calls the handler. It does a little bit of stuff as well, but basically it calls the handler and checks the slot, checks if it's empty. Well, because of being able to upgrade a pedestal to store multiple stacks of items, I need to check which slot we can actually look at. So there's some lookup stuff here basically to find a slot. Once we found a slot, then we can then check again, is the item valid? Which let me come back down here again. Oh, but the funny thing is item valid? I don't want that. In our handler, is item valid? You could put whatever number you want here. The slot doesn't actually matter. Which is... Wait, hold on. Why does the slot not matter then? Oh, have I screwed up something else maybe? Hold on. Let me go look at this again. B. Maybe I just let the validation here. Maybe I just insert that for shits and giggles, just because it's a slot. I don't have to, though. Because my item is valid. It doesn't even check slot number. I'm sure that's fine. Oh, God. I need to maybe reorganize this after I refactor. Oh, hey, look. There's a dust thing. Where is this at? Energy. Golly, gotta keep scrolling here. Insert item. This. Okay, yeah, that's the first one. All right. Gotta remember 94. Okay. Is not invalid. Slot. Not even used here. Stack. That is used. But basically, when you check slot, is if it's valid. I just assume that it is, unless there's a filter that says no. Is that fine? Am I going to run into issues here if I do this way? Because it's basically saying, is item valid? Sure. Yes, it's valid, unless it has a filter that could say maybe it's not valid. Yeah, I'm sure that's fine. What could possibly go wrong? I don't even want to know what could possibly go wrong. Oh, right. Am I using this? No. Wait, am I using this in it? Yeah, I'm using this somewhere. Oh, wonder why those are not set to... Whatever. Linking. Item start. Okay, we're back to item stuff here. There's a lot of item methods because I've done a lot of refactoring work and not moved any of them. All right, add item stack. Cool. So we're back here again. So yeah, we check if it's validated again after we've gotten a slot that we don't even matter. It doesn't even matter right now. But then the slot does matter when we're inserting. But anyways, long story short, we simulate an insert, and when you simulate an insert, the insert will return the items that were not inserted. So if I insert a stack of stone into an empty container, the return is nothing. And that's saying that everything was inserted. It's all 64. If there is 32 stone in there, and we inserted or tried to insert a full stack, the return is 32 stone because it inserted 32 from our 64. So we have 32 left, and that's the output. So that's what this is doing, is it's basically giving us a return of what's not being inserted. Do I actually need to check for both of them? I wonder if I'm just dummy checking this. Because I'm checking is there space? And then B, I'm checking if the stacks can stack. But insert item, surely it does that by itself already. I don't know, though. Item handler. Oh, right, because it does. This is the not the one I want. I wonder if I do B here. Nope, it takes me right here. Fudge. Earlier, I was able to actually get to like a class that was like called item, like instead of item handler, it's just item handler, and actually like had all the code for it. But I guess I won't worry about that. But yeah, so cool stuff and things. So basically, long story short, I can shorten up this class by just relying on what's already set up in our capability. And because the capability also governs how other mods interact, why don't I just use it with my transferring to make my life easier? Why I wasn't doing it before, I don't know, but I am now. And so I need to rework everything to actually use the capabilities that we have. Because again, here it is, fluid amount to accept. I don't need this because the handler would take care of it for me if I had it set up. Or the capability would take care of it for me. So yeah, I need to rework all of this basically. But where that starts out is I actually need to go up to my capabilities and make sure they're all working the way they should be. So, lot of fun here. Okay. Oh, and then get stack limit is what I'm using to control the allowed number of things. So this is another filter, can accept count. If I do B here, oh, that takes me to my interface. Base filter, can accept fluids. Okay, where's my can accept count? Right here. Interesting. Aha, I see. So this references this because it can. Now I must decide. How will a restriction filter work? Will it restrict the item stack total amount of items in a pedestal? Or will it restrict each individual item for that filter? So, in other words, if we have a filter with crafting benches and stone, it will allow there to be one stone and one crafting bench. But on the flip side, the way it works currently is it allows for one of either crafting bench or stone. And that's the thing. It's like, do I... I'm trying to think of use cases for would I have a need to store one of multiple items. I'm sure there is a use case out there. Actually, there probably is a use case, like crafting related. Yeah, crafting batches. Yeah, that's true. Because I was using Elemental Craft the other day, playing Direwolf 2118 with some friends, and one of the machines to make the the special air ingot, I don't know what they call them, but they're made with like the air essence or whatever from Elemental Craft. They require 1 gold, 1 special iron, 1 copper, 1 redstone, and 1 special crystal. And you can do it with Dyer's laser IO, but it's like, could you do that with pedestals? And I think the answer is not easily. You could technically do it if you set up like a bunch of, like if I set up 5 pedestals with droppers, and I had them drop 1, and then powered them on with a redstone only long enough for them to drop 1. But that's not ideal. However, if I had a restriction filter, I could have the dropper... I could maybe swap redstone control on the sender. So the sender would send the items to the pedestal. The pedestal would then have 1 of each. And then you'd power off the sender. The receiver then could send items to the endpoint. And then once the items are sent to the endpoint, the receiver could then stop sending, and then you could turn on the sender again to send more. So you could do some sort of crafting thing with it then. But then I also come into the... Can I specify... Actually... The filter restricted only checks and restricts based on count. It does not actually check what the item is. I could make it so that it's basically an item filter. Oh, but no. Maybe I don't want to do that. Because I'm trying not to make more filters than I have to. Because I just thought, what if I had a restricted version of all my different filters? And then that way you could set a number of items in your item filter and then it restricts to that count. But I don't want to have to bother with that if I don't have to. And then there's also the... Well, hold on. Restricted filter. What if restricted filter was like an insertable filter bit? So instead of it being a filter itself, it's like an add-on. It's like an augment for a filter, basically. So you could insert it into filters to restrict it. The issue is that would be a one-off thing. Would there be any other filters I could do the same thing with? Like, would durability be one of those two, maybe? Where it's like, currently the durability filter works where it checks a percentage of a certain tool. And then based on if it's above or below. Now that gets more confusing because this could get really confusing really fast, I suppose. Filter inception is a complicated mess of things. How do we want to handle restricted filters? Maybe, would that be too confusing if we let the restricted filter restrict the count of a certain type as like you can only insert a total amount of this type. So for items, whatever the amount is. Okay, so I gotta at least fix how it works then. Let's go here. Can't accept count. How it's supposed to work is it's supposed to add up all the items in the filter. Oh, that's why it wasn't working the way I thought maybe it would. Wait, no. Wait. Hold on. I gotta start this back up now. I think I understand what's going on here. Let's look at item filter 2. Can't accept count. Okay. Okay, so for can't accept count, we literally checked if there's a restricted filter, and if there is, we return that item stack, and then we read that filter into a list, and okay, yeah. So that's how it's supposed to work. Let's see here. Let's see what the filter I have is. Because maybe I was using it incorrectly and not realizing it myself. If I pull this out. Right. Okay. So... Wait, hold on. Wait, hold on. If I insert this and then put this here, it does allow 2 stone. Even though the restricted filter itself only allows, or should only allow 1 item. So that is working incorrectly. It's actually working based on this item, effectively. Okay. So somehow I'm taking into effect this and ignoring this, even though this is what it's supposed to be paying attention to. Interesting. God, there's so many variables in here. Okay. Okay. Let me come back to this issue later. Let's. I guess I'll put a note in here. So the first item stack. Probably makes no sense to me later, but at least I have something in here that's like, hey, by the way, this doesn't work right. All right, we're gonna overlook this for right now, and this right now, and maybe some of this right now. I am contemplating how we're gonna do accept count. Currently, the way accept count works is we take the mode, and then we say, okay, it works differently based on what mode. And part of me is like, I don't know if I like that. Part of me is thinking I need to make this a separate method for each type. So like accept count, can accept count items, can accept count fluid, energy, experience, dust. So make them all individual methods instead of whatever this is. And that way I can ignore a lot of this bullcrap going on. Yeah, let's go break some stuff. Why don't we? Okay. So we're going to do return this as, and we're going to get rid of most of this. And I like this over here if I can. Can accept item count. Can't accept item size, item stack size. Acceptable item stack size. No, can't accept item count. Count. Can't. Oh god, how do I word this to make this more sensible? Can accept count items. And I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Okay. So filter incoming amount. I think that's valid. And then I guess I could include this as well. For funsies. Items. Fluids. Energy. Experience. Dust. Remove this, which is going to cause a host of errors. I can feel it. And then we can remove this for now. Oh, actually. Cool. Right. Oh, did I have one more than I need? Yeah, I do. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. So we have accept count items, accept count fluids, energy, experience, and dust. This needs to change to incoming fluid stack. I need to modify this apparently. Because that makes no sense for it to be an item stack. It has to be a fluid stack because it's fluid. Get amount. Sure, why not? Return the minimum amount of that. Yeah, makes sense. This can just be an integer. Because energy doesn't have a type really. Same for this. Except this is experience. And this is going to be dust magic. Somehow I managed to spell incoming wrong one time, but that's okay. Okay. So modify this. Oops. And that. Cool. So that's not all sensible. Oh, get him out. There we go. All right, cool. So that is, I think, an acceptable thing, except I need to do get energy transfer rate, get experience transfer rate. Boom. Cool, cool, cool. All right. So that is all of our acceptable count things. Before I was using one that would just iterate through the different modes, and then based on different modes, it would poop out the can't accept number. But I think doing it this way would be better. I hope. And this way also I can override these individually instead of having to finagle something that handles them all together. So this will just be easier in the long run. Okay. What is not easier in the long run, however, is now we have to modify our pedestal bits and bobs to work with this. So this is the item. So can accept count items. Get pedestal, stack, no mode. Beautiful. And then, so like what will happen basically now is in our filter item, instead of this, we're going to end up using the item class. And then we can do something special then. And then that way also fluids, because of some stuff, I don't know if people know this, like immersive engineering has a fluid that is a potion fluid, and it actually contains NBT data, like item stacks can. And so fluids can actually be sorted with a fuzzy, which is filter item, and exact, which is item stack. So we can actually have an accept count items and accept count fluids in this one that can differ from the default, which is just transfer rate. Energy, nah. Experience, nah. Dust, maybe we could do some custom stuff with dust. But it's just a number, really. So I don't think we're going to do much with dust, because dust is just a value, kind of like experiences, so. Yes, create for brewing, that's true. I didn't think about that one, but that's also true. So the item, so basically the item filter. Oh, really? Jaya doesn't like fluid NBT tags. That's interesting. Okay, good to know. But yeah, so the item filter will actually take care of, maybe I should rename the item filter to a fuzzy filter and this to an exact filter, because that's more like what they actually are. The only issue is that experience, yeah. Oh no, but that would be sensible, because this could sort for any of the dust. Could it sort for any of the dust? Technically, all the dust is different. Will that even make sense? Yeah, I mean, this could allow any dust. Well, no, I still want to like have a color option. So I'd still want to be able to filter by color. Filter by color. Dust doesn't really have anything other than color that it's associated with. So maybe these will be the same outside of fluids and items. Filter food. Is there even liquid food options? Filter food really only works for items. It doesn't really work for anything else. Which also makes me wonder. Well, actually, there is fluids that are technically foods, right? Like, isn't it industrial foregoing that technically adds like meat fluid? Or no, nutritional fluid, I think. Yeah, mech nutritional liquid, that's true. Liquid meat, yeah. I wonder if that can be tagged as food or not. Or I wonder how they tag that, if they do tag it. Because that might be something we could use for the food filter. Otherwise, oh, that's something else I did with filters that I didn't show off yet. Wait, I'm trying to think. Before I get too ahead of myself here. Right, okay. Let's scroll up here a ways. Filters. You can set the filter with a... You have EDA open... Okay, cool, thanks. Filters, you crouch right click it in your offhand on a chest to set the filter. I actually added in methods because there's some filters that don't do that. The food filter being one of them that you don't need to crouch right click on a chest because it just checks for is stuff food or not. Or I guess is edible basically is the tag for it. I think that's correct. Anywho. So I actually have now conditional things in here that if you don't have a mode or a filter type, you can just set it to false or set it to handle differently, basically. And then it will handle differently. You don't have to worry about it. And that's actually really helpful for tooltips as well. So that was something I don't know why I was so proud of myself for doing it, but I was for whatever reason. Okay. Base filter. What is erroring right now? Oh, up here. Alright, can accept count is not here because it shouldn't ever exist now. Forge meat fluid. Yikes. Okay. What's nutritional liquid come up? Or is mech in 118? Yes, it is in the 118 pack. Or it's available in 118 at least. If you have nutritional stuff from mech, see what if there's any relative like tags for that. Because it could just be I just check for meat fluid as a tag and add that to my filter food. Because my filter food, I believe... The fuck am I doing here? Why am I checking for enchantments? The fuck? Is this actually filter food? The hell? What if filter food wasn't working and then I was going to fix it and never actually fixed it? That would totally explain if it doesn't work right now. Color magenta? The hell? Alright, well, mech's being dumb, I guess. That's fine. So filter food might just be an item only one then. Ironically, though, rotten flesh and spider eyes are food. So, yeah. I like that, so I'm not going to restrict that. I wonder if there's a way to check if a food is a positive or negative buff thing. Maybe that's how I could do it. So then I could have filter food, and then I could specify if it's like a good or bad effect, maybe. I don't know. We could figure something out, I suppose. Again, getting ahead of ourselves for later. For later. We gotta fix this other shit first. Okay. Right. So, our item stack limit. Oh, right. Are we gonna decide... Can accept count is based on total count or... Because we're not... Oh, yeah, we do check slot here for this, but not for this. Can accept count items. Stack incoming, get pedestal. We don't even take into account the slot. Forge food. Okay. Okay. See, it used to be a method you could call, and I wonder if maybe I am forced maybe to use tags now. I could have swore. Let's pull this up in a tab. I'm gonna go look at some code real quick. I could have swore. Let me see. Pedestals didn't technically exist in 118, but I do have some code for it. Let's look at items, upgrades, pedestal. Oh, right. I didn't have a full port back here. Okay, never mind. Okay, I know in 116 it was a method, but apparently I never worked on anything in 118 for it, so... Yeah, I might just have to use tags. That's fine. Not a big deal. Not a big deal at all. Okay. I'm now thinking through my head. Can't accept count items. Get pedestal stack. Going back to this one because it's my original. Okay, I'm going to comment all this out. Cool. And then just copy all this back in. We no longer have a mode, because this is 0 for items. Am I missing something somewhere? Oh, we actually pulled the item stack over. Oh, right. We don't technically need that because I just do this. Get item in pedestal or empty slot. I think that's what we want. I don't know. Copy that. Reverse it real quick. No, this only says is empty. Why does it say is empty? Oh, right. We were checking for a filter first. Right, this is count. This is accept count. Right. Okay. I just do that. Okay. We should come back to this, but I think what we're going to do, we're going to have to modify this to go in and check all the different items on the pedestal and then allow more items based on if it's restricted or not. Yeah, I think that would work. Okay. I think all this is going to have to get rewritten so that we can filter inception things Yeah, it's gonna be fun, I think. Okay. Anywho, back to our original plans. Okay, so this is relying on the filter to actually do the hard labor of calculations. This is just able to restrict the count this way. And then this is able to restrict the item being inserted. So the data portion. Cool. And then we just do default handler stuff to handle the rest of it. Okay, that's the private handler. We don't worry about that because that is all hidden. Okay, energy handler. Took a look through the Spice of Life's code, and it looks like they're using Apple Core's API to tell what's food and what isn't. Okay, so that then brings us to Apple Core's code. Hopefully they're using tags. Apple Core doesn't have code above 165, do they? Squeak applecore.api. Unless Squeak has another repo for it. There's this Apple Skin. That's HUD related improvements. Okay. I mean, it could be Apple Core, and they just could be hiding their repo. That could be highly possible. Last updated on February 9th, 2021. So a year and a half ago. Might be 118. That's still a long time ago. So probably not. So it might actually be this new Apple Skin that is actually using it. They're just the way it's actually named is. Because Apple Skin goes all the way up to like 119. So 118 Forge. Yeah, let's just assume this is it. I'm gonna go into their resources. Well, they don't have data. They just have resources, assets. Okay. Maybe this is just a client. I don't know. Yeah, if you figure it out, let me know, I guess. Weird. Okay. Stella, thanks for the follow. I saw that. It's just pop up on my feed. Alrighty then. No, that's fine. Don't worry about Java. Reading Java is not easy. I was just hoping I could find it easy enough inside of the like data, because it's like resources, assets, and data are two files, and usually data contains tags. So I was hoping I could just cheat and find it in there, but apparently not. Okay, anywho, not a huge deal because receive energy. Okay, so receive energy. Why does the simulate do the? I mean, I guess that makes sense to do this in the simulation. Sort of. This energy storage returns quantity of energy that was accepted. Extract energy, get energy stored, get max energy, can't extract. Can receive. It's interesting that can receive doesn't have any parameters that go into it. So it's literally just a, can you accept power or not? Which is a little lame. Can accept energy. Boom. We can get rid of that. And that could be, we could put 1 here. Oh, this is the filter, right? Filter and pedestal. Cool. So we got the filter. I mean, can receive 1? Sure. Why not? Can extract. Has energy. Should I restrict extraction to pedestals that are on or off? Would that matter that much? With redstone? Nah, fuck it. Nah, we won't worry about that. No big deal. Yeah, so yeah, can accept energy there. We have to specify an amount. So we'll just put 1. Can accept anything, basically. Cool. Yeah, that will work. Okay. Max energy stored is based on some stuff. Energy stored is based on what's actually stored. Extract energy. Yep, that. And receive energy. Wait, receive energy. Yeah, that makes sense. Extraction. We don't really filter extraction stuff. We filter insertion. Okay, so filter dot. And then we don't need the mode here. I think we just need the amount. Yeah, I suppose because you always simulate ahead of time. Oh, but you know what? That doesn't make any sense because... Oh, see, that gets used here. Right, because basically all my other methods, this is split out into a whole nother like validation type method. So I have to combine it with everything here now. Can accept that returns a int value? It does. Okay. So what I might be able to do here is I might be able to pull this out. Put this here. Can... That's not a proper thing. We'll make that a proper thing. That's... Receive. Doesn't say there's a spelling error, so maybe I spelled that right. It doesn't feel like I spelled that right. No, it is. Okay, whatever. I don't know my spellings. Alright, well yeah, can't accept count if we have a filter. If filter equals null, return. Oh, actually, let's do can receive equals... Let's just set it equal to this for now. And then instead of this return, we'll do that. Instead of that, we'll do that. So if it's null, then can receive will equal whatever that is. And if not, then can receive will equal that. What actually goes on here? Okay, so this is actually where I do that. If I do B on this, energy start. I see. B. I wonder if there's like just a flat like energy. There's a flat energy storage method, B. Receive energy. Here we go. This is how this is supposed to work. So by default, capacity, energy. If I use energy storage, is it supposed to be that way? I'm basically trying to see if I don't have to use my own custom crap. Or if I could piggyback off of someone else's stuff already. If can receive, return 0. Okay, hold on. Let me do that. Okay, so this is directly copied from the method that actually handles storage. That makes sense. That completely makes sense there. Energy received is capacity minus energy. So energy is this. Max receive is, oh wait, hold on. What's that supposed to be then? If that's math min, that's max receive. Maybe this max math min is where I put my filter thing. So capacity. Do I even take capacity into account at all? Yeah, I do, right here. Max energy stored. And this is my stored energy method. And then this is probably where that filter comes in. And that filter is... Oh, wait, hold on though. Let's pull this back out here. Okay, so they check if it's an eat or drink use action. Nice, okay. Beautiful. That is awesome. That's how I'm going to have to do that. Thank you so much for that. That's awesomely helpful. I guess that makes sense, though, because that also exists. So they don't use tags. They literally just use the action. Right. Sensible enough. Cool. So does that mean... Oh, I guess... Wait, that would mean that potions potentially would be a drink action, I would think. I wonder if they handle this separately. I don't know. Not a huge deal. I would check the license on whatever you need to do. I'm not familiar with it at all. Gotcha. Most of the licenses are like, please don't copy code verbatim, which is just general practice you don't want to do because bad. You always want to plagiarize things in your own words, so to speak. But honestly, with this code here, there's not a whole lot I can not copy verbatim just because it's the bloody enum actions. Like, you ain't gonna get. But, I mean, I will still rework it because I'm doing a map, or I'm doing a what's this called? An int stream. So it's totally going to look completely different when I'm done with it, but it's effectively code-wise the same thing. Not something we're going to concern ourselves with too much because it's not that big of a deal. I don't think. Hopefully. Yikes. Okay. That I'm going to get rid of. That I'm going to get rid of. All right, so this is a single line if then, which I'm going to stick here. It didn't like that. Why didn't it like that? Min. Oh, there's like too many integers basically. Let's wrap these up. Oh yeah, there is too many integers here. Because math min is supposed to be that, comma, another value, which is this math min, this, basically. So whatever the minimum of potentially max receive and max receive is, which is that number, unless there's a filter, and then it might be less. So whatever the smallest amount of that and that is, which if there is a filter, it could be really small. So that should work just fine. Okay, let me look at this again. I wonder how I got another max receive in there. I wonder how I ended up with that. Is that my fault? Is that because if then else? Else if filter's null, max receive, which is the same, but that's fine. Okay, cool. That will do. That will do. I guess in theory, I don't even need the max receive. Because what's going to happen here is if there's no filter, it's going to be max receive, which is already this value. And if it is a filter, it's going to be smaller, which it would be smaller than that anyway because of how this works. So yeah, that will be that. So we have a conditional with a subtraction thing as our integer value. Yeah, that should take care of. Wow, that really simplified things here. And if it's a simulate, it will not do this part and just return. Yeah, that should work out just fine. Cool. That will do. Yay. Nice. Right. Yeah, I think that's energy filter done. Sweet. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And then, yeah, can receive is just can accept energy or not. Nifty. All right, on to the fluids. Fluid and tank, get tanks, drain, capacity, fluid valid. So this is the filtering bit. What is this called? Fluid stack. No, I want fluid handler. So this is probably just called fluid handler then. B. Remove that. Okay. Oh. Where does the default code for this go? Or do I literally have to handle it myself? Like, energy at least had an option. Maybe I do have to handle this myself. Hot damn. Huh. Unless it's fluid tank here that I need to use. Well. Oh, that's how they store it and stuff. Oh yeah, cool, cool, cool. This is what I wanted. Nice. Okay. Nifty, nifty. So, with that in mind, fluid tank. Is fluid valid? Is fluid valid? There's actually a method for that. Wow, okay. Validator.test. What the fudge is a validator? Predicate fluid stack is validator. Huh. I don't know how the validator works. Holy crap, what is this? Fill. That is all fill code. Holy smokes, that's crazy. Drain is so much simpler though. Oh no, this is the... Well, drain is way simpler. Interesting. Okay. Okay. Part of me is like, just yoink all my code and use what exists already. Tempting. Very tempting. Fluid stack. Boom. apparently, that's experience. That would explain why that's not the same. Wait, does my... Nice. Well, I probably need to redo this too. Is fluid valid? Has filter. You know what I could do? I could do... I do that again. And then I could throw this here. Instead of having that else statement. And then that way I could just return that. So if there's no filter, we then return true for that, false for... Well. Oh, hold on. When will we return false? There we go. Now we return false. I'm just like, true, true. It never equals false for some reason. Yeah, that should catch everything. That will catch if the fluids match at least. Or I could just else return that. Boom. There we go. So now we have if it's has fluid or not. If not, then return that value, true or false. Yeah, that should work. Cool. Cool, cool. All right. So that is the validation for fluids. And then the count. Drain we don't care about. Drain we don't care about. Fill is the one we care about. Go over here. That's okay. Yeah, fill was the long ass one, wasn't it? Yeah, it was. Do I just do one of these? Oops, what did I do wrong? There we go. All right. Resource. What the fudge is a resource here? Fluid stack is the resource. Okay. Resource. Let's just do this. Boom, 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 boom. Cool. What do you mean it can't be applied to? Oh, int I is the right. We'll just put 0, comma. All right, hold on. I will be right back. My cat just climbed up my lap. All right, kitty, you want out? No, you do? Alrighty, cat got out. Apparently got fed up being in here. Yeah, that's the thing. Is my lap is not big enough for my cat to lay on. I do have plenty of space, but there's not enough space for a cat and my legs. Yet my legs, like I don't have thick thighs, so my legs are not big enough for my cat to just lay on them either. And my desk, there's no way on my desk that the cat could lay on my desk. So, yeah. I'm assuming the cat just had to go potty or something because it was sleeping earlier and doing just fine. Usually it sleeps plenty, so who knows? Okay, cool. So this we'll replace with that. Wait, hold on. Okay, as long as I don't replace too many of those. Yeah, that's true. Because well, I guess I don't sit on the couch, but if I'm laying on the couch, yeah, because there's the couch, and then she can lay on my legs, then it works out. But yeah. I don't think there's ever going to be room on my lap while I'm sitting at the computer for my cat. Unless I get a wider chair. Maybe then that would work. But my cat also has claws, so if she feels like she's falling, she'll claw me, and oh, it drives me crazy. I went like a month or two after she scratched the crap out of my legs, just not letting her up on my lap at all. Which my wife was feeling bad for her, but it's like, I do not want to be scratched again. I'm sorry. No. I understand it's just a thing when you have pets, but at the same time, it's like I was scratched bad enough that I almost had it infected. I managed to stave off infection with like medicine, but don't want to run into that situation again. Why is there stored dust here? Oh my god, we're in the dust handler. Wow, we went from fluids to dusts almost instantly with that replace. Oh, bad. That was bad. Fluid is... Okay, what is the fluid here? Fluid is literally the stored fluid, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Okay. Actually, I'm starting to wonder if I should not use my method for this. Yeah, we probably should trim our cats, but we've been maybe neglecting that, and so maybe it is my fault. B. Yeah, I'm literally just checking get fluid in tank there. There we go. That's what I was hoping for. On contents changed. On contents changed. The update method. Cool. And then capacity is quite literally get capacity. Okay, cool. Alright, we have now hacked the official fluid storage thing. Now the fun part is, where do I stick in my filter code for can accept count fluids? I'm assuming it's this. All right, let's read through this. So how this reads is if our fluid stack is empty or if it is not valid, return 0 amount. Wait, if fluid stack is empty, why would it return 0 if our fluid stack is empty? Oh, if that fluid stack is empty. Yeah, that's smart. Okay, so yeah, if this fluid stack is 0, or if the fluid's not valid, return nothing insert. If we're simulating, that's where my filter would come in here. Okay, so we got math.min. We're going to use that again. So stored fluid.is empty. So if our fluid is empty, basically we're going to set whatever, we're either going to set our take capacity as the minimum amount, or we're going to set the fluid stack that we're inserting. But what I want to do is I want to modify this. Oh, you know what I should, you know what I'm going to reverse this. I'm going to put this in first, comma. I'm going to do this. We're going to do our math min here, which means I am going to need another parenthesis. And then math min here, we're going to do tank capacity, but we're going to do our filter accept count fluid first. Yes. So we're going to check first. So yeah, how this works is this could be a large amount. It could be a small amount. We don't know. But I do know that a tank capacity is probably going to be bigger than accept counts. Probably. Not that the order really matters, but we're going to get the minimum amount between the stuff that we know in the pedestal, which is get tank capacity and the filter. And then from there, we're going to test it against which is smaller, our stuff that the pedestal already knows about, or the stack coming in, and that's going to be the min amount. So that's how that's going to work. Otherwise, I guess we'll do, actually, now that I see this other code down here, I'm not going to do it that way. I am going to do it the way it kind of was already. Only because this way I can literally do this, copy, come down here, this, paste, boom. Now we have the same thing again in case we need it. So yeah, if the fluid's empty, we'll return whatever amount we can, basically. if the stored fluid isn't equal. So if it isn't equal, return 0. If it is equal, get the difference and then return whatever amount is least. Yeah, that will work. Okay. Stored fluid is empty. Okay, so if we simulate, we return the value. Okay, and the return ends it. All right, cool. All right, so if we're not simulating, basically, boom, put that in again. Yep, still pulling from there. Cool. So if we're not simulating, we basically do the same thing all over again. And if we are, they skimped out on the math min this time. But we're going to have to put it in. So we have to do... Actually, I could probably just do this. And then instead of the get amount for this, I can do that. Boom. Boom chakalaka. Cool. And then based on filled, then we either grow or we set the amount. Wait, why would we do that? Oh, okay, I guess that's fine. Sure. Cool, I think that will do. I'm going to keep all this code in there just because I know that worked. No. You know what? The hell with it. We're just going to go all in. All in here. We're going to just trust that the code that exists in the game works. Because I've never gone wrong there. Hint of sarcasm. I've maybe fucked things up a lot more than normal. Oh well, we'll be fine. Okay. Let's see how we're going to finish this up here tonight. Will we actually get through all of these? Maybe. Experience is not something that we can... Oh, you know what I could do? I could just... Experience and energy are basically the same thing. The way they're coded. You know what I should do? I don't know why I flipped these ever. Boink. Boink. There we go. Fluids first, then energy. Boink. We're going to copy this receive energy thing. And then we're going to receive experience. Boink. The way I made experience, this is a custom capability that I've done for pedestals because I want to handle experience like energy effectively. The only difference between energy and experience is energy doesn't have an orb. Experience does. Other than that, it's the same thing, basically. Experience is just the energy of vanilla Minecraft, in a way. So why not just make it a capability? Why rely on fluids from other mods? I don't know why people make fluids out of experience. I don't understand. It's an orb that has a value. How that turned into a fluid, I'll never know. Maybe at one time fluids are just easier to make than energy capabilities. Well, yeah, that's true, because capabilities didn't exist. Until, like, well... But that's the thing, is XP fluids started to exist at the same time energy capability did. So why didn't it... I don't... whatever. I'll do things the way I want to do things. Someone popped down into Pedestals 116 chat and it's like, what block can I use in the Pedestal? I looked everywhere and I can't find what items I can use. I'm playing all the mods 6 Sky and trying to use the Pedestal to make diamond, but I can't. The problem is, the Pedestal doesn't make diamond in that pack. I've played that pack, unless they've updated it recently to where it does make diamond. The Cobblestone Gen has a JEI entry, so that's covered. That's the only thing that makes stuff. The Breaker can break blocks. ATM Sky uses X Nilo to sift for diamonds. Pedestals doesn't do any sifting stuff, so there's no way for me to generate diamonds that way. So I'm a little confused by the comment in the Discord chat, but I'll ignore it because it's not as important as modding. All right. Anywho, yes. So let's get max experience stored. Get experience stored. Weird. That was a very easy. This is boom, 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 boom. Wow, that should have. Oh, I do need to update things too. Boom. Actually, I should go to my energy and update things as well. Oh, it does update things. Wait. Oh, that's extract. Right. Boom. Let's do that as well. And then can receive. Wait, hold on. Wait, how do I not can accept? How do I not have an energy one? Hold on. B. Oh, I'm an idiot. That's why. Boom. Hey, I found it. Who would have thought? Okay. Cool. Boink. Pop that. Cool. Alright, that should be the filter stuff for experience. Yay. And last but not least, we have dust, which I think is going to be handled kind of like fluids, maybe? Actually, this is pretty streamlined already. Is dust valid? Oh, boom. Filter and pedestal. Yep. I think that's good for valid. And then our fill method here. Is where we need to do the count. Wait, did I really hack this directly from... I totally did. This is basically directly from the item, the fluid tank, except dust version. Okay, so this is going to be math.min, this value, comma, backwards, doing it backwards. Filter. Filter dot can accept count dust. Get pedestal, comma, dust. Cool. Bonk. And then this is literally that. Yeah, wait, hold on. Oh yeah, because this has to go on the outside of the methods, otherwise it won't. Boom, there it is. Nice. Nice! Alright. Bonk. Do I literally use on contents changed here? Yes. So I have a Discord server, and people ask questions in it. Ooh, all the mods updated their little logo. That's fancy. But yeah, someone asked a question in my Pedestals 116 Discord channel, and they're like, "How does it make diamonds and ATM 6 to the sky?" And I responded with, "It doesn't." Basically, that I know of. Ooh, I kind of want to click on all the mods channel now, because they've updated their image since I started streaming, which means they've probably released their mod pack, which is a little sad because I was going to add pedestals to their sky pack for 119, but I didn't realize they were already updated so fast. I'm just not quick enough. Not this time. On contents changed. Oh. Why don't I just call it the update method instead of this? Oh well, I don't care. I don't have a bot that does that. I'm pretty sure it's linked in my profile. Let's go. Can I go back to my channel? Back to Twitch. If I go to me, channel, I don't have it linked. I will, you know what? I'll throw that link in my about section. I also need to redo some of my panels apparently because I don't have Starlink. Oopsie. I guess to be fair, my Pedestals CurseForge page is linked. And if you go to there, on the description page, at the bottom of the description page, there is a link to the Discord. I wonder if I didn't put the Discord on Twitch because I didn't want... I don't know. Maybe I'm just being dumb. Maybe I should put Discord on here. It's a private Discord, and I've managed to avoid a lot of spam because of that. Because I don't want to make it public because I don't like getting spam stuff for it. So, but you know, for Twitch, because we're a fairly small channel, might as well just throw it in there. Sure. Yeah, I'll do that after stream. I'll add the Discord link. Yeah, the link's kind of hidden on Kiss. Yeah, that's absolutely true. But people still find it. Like, I just got a new person tonight, so I mean, it works. It definitely. And like my YouTube typically has it there as well, I think, on some videos. Yeah, I think so. Ah, well. Is what it is. Right, so dust handler here unchanged. We're gonna just ignore that. There we go. Right here. Copy this. Copy this again, just in case I need that again. Yes, I do need that again. Right, because I wanted this. And then instead of this, or instead of this, I want this. Yes. Wow, I'm so glad that is almost a verbatim fluids transfer thing, except with dust. And even the content changes literally verbatim, I could swap it out for update, but I don't have to. So, wow. Okay, so technically now we have all of our capabilities able to handle our filter stuff, which means my item transport on the pedestal itself can all be handled with the capabilities. So I now need to go update all of these because they're not working. Yes. And technically, fluid mount to accept, I don't technically need this anymore because... Or do I? Let's go look and see. Find usages. Nothing exists. I might be able just to do away with this. Find usages? Oh, this does exist though. Uh-oh. Sun was pedestal. Oh, but yeah, we're gonna rewrite this, so it may not need that. What if I just like... Is this all within my filter block? No, this isn't even with my filter block. What's the point of having this? Oh. I also have this. What do I need this for? Okay. There's a lot of stuff I can get rid of here. I don't think this is ever used. Let's just go away with the dodo on these. All of this. How many lines of code is this? 29. Oh shit. ZZ. That's 200 lines of code basically we can get rid of. Wow. Part of me wants to still save this. You know what I will do? I'm just not going to... Oh, man, that's going to be hard, though. I want to push the repo. Let's go in here. New Java class. Temp. Save. And we're just going to do this. Oh, gosh. Oh, no. Oh, hold on. ZZ. Okay, there we go. We're going to copy all that. We're going to throw comment brackets up. And we're going to hit temp save there. So that's going to be good. And then I think I'm just going to call it quits for the night. Not that anything's working currently. I have also all that blank space. But yeah, I don't technically need a lot. All this is getting reworked. So because we're good, what we're going to do is we're going to grab the capability like we do for items up here. We're just going to grab the capability for fluids and then let the handler do all the rest of the work for us. So I don't need this crap anymore. I mean, obviously I think some of it will still stay, but for the most part I don't need like that because that'll be handled by the handler now. So yeah, I might just leave these 4 errors in here for now. Or I guess I could go in here and just comment these out, but that would ruin the transport, and I would then have to go back in and uncomment these. So yeah, I think we're going to stop here for tonight. I'll probably work on this a bit more, maybe this weekend. And then we'll be back Tuesday with, hopefully, if I have time to do it all, hopefully I'll get this all fixed, and we'll come back next week with fixed transport with the new system, and then we'll be working on updating the filters to work properly then. So we'll look at doing the actual filters, modifying these methods next week, Tuesday. And then at that point, we can come back to how restricted works, and it'll give me a weekend to kind of decide how restricted works and how it should work, and I can maybe bounce it off people in the Discord or on Twitter. So I think we'll go with that. All right. Well, hey, thanks for hanging out and chatting all night. It's been a pleasure. I will try to stream again on Tuesday around 7 o'clock. My Twitter is actually in the description of the Twitch stream, or not the description, in my profile of Twitch, my about section, I think. So you can find me there. I always will do that, or if you're on the Discord now, the hashtag streams channel, I always post in there. And there's actually a custom role that I have to manually give people that you can get automatically pinged when I go live that way. So if you do find the hidden CurseForge link and click on it and add yourself to Discord, you can hit up the roles channel, and I can give you the role that's like the most informed or whatever. So maybe I should make like an actual stream role. That way it's different from the most informed. But I almost feel like the most informed needs to be informed of streams too. So maybe it's the same. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah. All right. Anywho, enough rambling. We're going to call it quits, and we'll see you Tuesday. Round 7. All right. Thanks. Have a good night. Could I get the role? Yes, you can. Do comment in the hashtag roles channel. Just let me know. Just ask for a role or just say it. That way I can click on your name in that channel and then go from there. So, but yeah, I can get you the role. Thanks. We'll see you later. Have a good one.